day to one and all. And in the words of the greatest struggle hero of South Africa, Nelson Mandela, and I quote, to deny people their human rights is to challenge their very humanity. Alhamdulillah, what powerful words. Our hopes for a safe and peaceful world can only be achieved when there is universal respect for the inherent dignity and equal rights of all members of the human family. Ameen. Let's all remember those words on this Human Rights Day and every other day of our lives, inshallah. 9:22 exactly, we cross over to the Western Cape, and we are going to be talking to a true artisan or an artist, and that is you, Brother Gosain Shamsodien, the last of the fez makers in Cape Town. I was absolutely in awe when I read this article and didn't realize the beauty of fez making and the fact that you are now about to retire and you're worried that this art form will not carry on. Assalamu alaikum to you. Welcome to the program, dear brother Gosain Shamsodien.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
So you are about to retire. Tell us about this journey of fez making. Where and how did you learn it? And why do you believe that this art form should be continuing in South Africa and in the Muslim world?
Of course, according to my information, I have somebody from America came here and said to me, they've searched for somebody to make fezzes, but for the Moorish people. But I'm the only one in South Africa to make it. And well, of course, and they've been ordering from me little by little. And then up till last week, I decided, I haven't got a string to carry on. I need to carry this over to somebody else. But my children, my grandchildren, they're not interested. But it was a tough journey to get here because I'm from the building trade. And to change over to this is something different. But my family's been in the garment trade. So it wasn't also that difficult. And then I started and I came to Cape Town and I started with the hard phases. And I went to hard phases. And now I'm actually do most of the madaris. I'm doing all the jalsas, people that graduate. I make them phases. I make phases for people in Senegal, all over. And now my time has come that I must retire. My age is now 76. I cannot do this no
Alhamdulillah.
more.
Okay, so Brother Gosain, how long have you been
Yes.
making fezzes, and how many people did you employ to help you make these fezzes?
Well, from the start, I had about 2 to 3 people, but then eventually, my wife started to help me because she does know something about sewing, and from there we carried on most of the time, myself and her. I prepare the work, she sew it, and I finish it off, and then she goes back into the house because she's got a shop to my house place. And then I've been doing this now for 25 years.
Sure.
But
Ha, do you know how many fezzes you have actually
oh,
manufactured over the 25 years?
I can't remember because one school would take something like 300 phases.
Mm,
That's not phases. The Malay choir that sing, they come in for 20, 30, 100, 120. I've got no calculation of it, but it's
wow.
quite a bit. And I don't know what would have happened if I never came to Cape Town. How would these people have managed with the hard phases? But Alhamdulillah, it's been put out by Allah to come out now. They're going to start use need phases again for the next month or so. But I'm trying to get still to do this for him, but it's I cannot. It's too much for me. So
But this obviously, with you now, with you retiring, very definitely, this is an opportunity for someone who's looking to learn a new skill and looking to employ themselves. This is a wonderful opportunity for an entrepreneur. And I'm quite
yeah,
surprised you saying that nobody has been able or nobody's approached you to take over from you. How else do you think you could get the word out there? I have no doubt in my mind that people would jump at an opportunity like this.
some people over these few days, some people have jumped to this opportunity. But then my son also said, well, he'll take over, you see. So I have to refuse those people. They was prepared to pay me for all my blocks, all my machines, but I'm not prepared to sell it. It's part of me, you know. And then I'd rather give it to somebody and can make use of it. And then my son said, now he'll take over. And as soon as I move out here, I'm moving to Makassar. You know where Fori is, Fori in Tuang Yusuf
Yes,
is,
yes.
uh, yes. And now I've got a small holding there, and I'm going to put up a place, and I'm going to work there because we've got a lot of tourist attraction there, and a lot of Malaysian people comes in there, and they need these feathers, you know. And so, actually, I've started a small little feather. It's about 5 centimeters high. It's a little small one that you can hang where you, and that has also attracted most people. But I cannot carry on. I must carry it over. I'm going to carry it. I got somebody to carry it over. Somebody offered me, like I said, but it seems to me that I can't get this away from me. I
Well,
don't know.
Alhamdulillah, Alhamdulillah, you have said that your son is going to take over from you. So it's a
Yeah,
wonderful legacy that you're leaving behind. Just as a matter of interest, what does one fez cost? If I were to come to you and buy a fez for my husband, what would I be paying for it?
yeah.
Knowing that this is
Um,
absolutely handmade.
yeah. Look, I've started when I came here 23 years ago. I was selling a fish for 35 rand a fish. And
Right.
now it's gone up to 150 rand. And if you want the tassel on it, then 50 rand. So you pay for approximately about 200 rand.
Alhamdulillah.
Uh, yeah,
That's not
alhamdulillah.
a lot of money to be paying for a piece
No, it's not a
of.
lot of money.
Mhm.
Matter of fact, for these last few days that I said I'm going to retire, I'm almost sold out in sizes.
Okay,
Because
okay.
people think they won't get it no more. So they buying away the balance I've got here, you see. So, but
Mm.
alhamdulillah, my son is going to take over. I hope, I hope, I hope he's going to take over and I hope he's going to carry on with it.
Inshallah,
You
inshallah. Finally, I
know?
understand this form of art is about 600 years old. It probably started
Exactly.
somewhere in North Africa, Morocco, perhaps. When, how did you learn this craft?
Uh, look, um, uh, I, I am good at looking at things and then just make it.
Oh,
I,
okay. So,
I look, I look at something and I start it and I carry on. And I don't give up. Actually, my I came to my brother in Johannesburg, and I said to him, "Well, I'm going back to Cape Town, but I'm not worried. I don't know the building wood is not so good." So I said, "Why don't you go make fizzes?" Because he's been making fizzes in the Transvaal.
mm.
His name is Shamsodien. He makes fizzes in Transvaal, but he made the soft fizzes, And then I
Mm.
came to Cape Town, and then he taught me a little bit, and he showed me, and we started to make molds. Special, we got to have special molds. And then we started. It's not easy if you don't understand anything. You don't, but if you put effort in it, and you will learn. You get me?
Inshallah,
That is what it is.
inshallah.
Whatever you put effort in, you will learn. You will. you'll make a success of it. And Allah Ta'ala will help you make a success of it. So I'm doing this now for 25 years, but now I'm tired. I'm tired.
Okay, that's Alhamdulillah, Alhamdulillah. May you enjoy your retirement. Inshallah, may your son
Yeah,
take over and carry on this beautiful craft. And may you settle
yeah.
down in peace on your small holding, inshallah. Shukran for bringing this craft to the people of
Inshallah.
South Africa.
Just
Go
wanna-
well. Keep us in your dua. Assalamu alaikum to you. That was Gosain Shamsodien. And as he says, he is the last of the fairs makers in Cape Town, but inshallah, his son will carry on the tradition. And if he can't do that, then pass on this beautiful skill to someone who is in desperate need of learning something new and making a living for themselves. 9:32, news and views on Salam.